Hello everyone, friends and colleagues. In this informative video, I'd like to thoroughly discuss with you how to effectively learn to establish and successfully run your very own professional dental blog. Additionally, I will also be introducing and elaborating on the specific highly beneficial products I have developed that can genuinely assist and significantly help you with this important endeavor. The first thing I want to mention is that on this YouTube channel, and I'll also add it in the comments below this video, there are 5 free, very comprehensive webinars on developing a doctor's personal brand. And there I also talk about growing your social media presence, why it's important, and what you need to do. Basically, all of this is available for free. We offer 5 extensive and comprehensive video tutorials that can genuinely and effectively help you to successfully start working online, enabling you to share your valuable knowledge with your patients, attract many new patients, and so on, providing a complete guide to building your online presence. The second significant product that I would like to introduce is my highly acclaimed book, The Personal Brand of a Dentist, which has already been widely read and thoroughly reviewed by several thousand medical doctors and dental professionals across various regions. Honestly, I've even lost count by now. But in general, quite a large number of doctors have already read it. It is available in print as a digital version and also as an audiobook, which I narrated myself. I'll also drop the links to it in the description of this video. Next, in terms of just how incredibly cool and innovative the products truly are, I have developed an extensive online course which is aptly named The Personal Brand of a Dentist. At this present moment in time, it already comprehensively contains more than 60 detailed and informative video lessons. There is also a valuable option to actively participate in the course, with all homework assignments being thoroughly checked and reviewed by instructors. I personally review them. That's right. There you can also find like-minded people, other dentists who are also developing their blogs. You can readily exchange valuable information, thoughtfully share innovative ideas, and so forth. There is also a particularly insightful course available, specifically titled Dentist's Blog. In this comprehensive course, you will also gain exclusive access to a dedicated chat community. There, specifically within Telegram, you'll have the valuable opportunity to engage in meaningful conversations with other esteemed doctors, much like yourself, who are actively striving to further develop and enhance their professional dental blogs. That's right. And probably the most powerful product is personal one-on-one work with you. This is what's called mentorship or coaching, call it whatever you like. In short, it's individual work with you. Specifically, what do you need in your case? That is, how exactly should you run your blog? We work through content ideas together. I give advice on what to film, how to set up your profile, in general, everything related to your blog, including how to monetize it. All of this, of course, it's best to work on these things in a personal format, right? Because your blog is, after all, your professional reputation, your public image, your essential digital business card in today's fast-paced world. It truly represents your online presence and credibility. That's why, of course, anything that's personalized always brings the greatest growth, the biggest results. So there are 2 formats available. One is a 1-month format where we work together, and the other is a 3-month format. That means it's more extensive, more comprehensive, and more effective. And as a bonus, I offer the opportunity for us to record a joint podcast, an interview, or a review of your dental clinic, which will give you even greater recognition and publicity, both within the dental professional community and among patients. Because when you thoughtfully publish this particular kind of engaging video content on prominent platforms like YouTube, for example, whenever someone diligently searches for your specific name or brand, they will undoubtedly discover this valuable video, and it will significantly help them to genuinely get to know you and your work much, much better, fostering a deeper connection and understanding. So overall, the format of this kind of podcast interview, where I help reveal the personality of doctors, can be used in many different ways. For example, let's say we record a video together. For example, I post it on my channel. From this video, I cut out about 20 video reels, shorts, which together increase the overall reach and lead viewers to the main video, which is essentially a short film about you, where your potential patients can get to know you in detail and decide to come see you. So it's like, as I mentioned in the previous video, like a video salesperson, right? So this is the kind of content that reveals who you are, showcases your expertise, and converts people who have learned about you, either to your products or to book an appointment at your clinic. So there's this main video, the one you're driving all the traffic to. You have to understand that stories have a low conversion rate. That is, people have a very brief point of interaction with you. 15 seconds here, 5 seconds there, maybe a 3-minute video or a minute and a half. That's a very short window for contact and for someone to decide to come to you for an appointment, right? So nowadays, marketing, especially if we're talking about online marketing, specifically marketing on social media, is always built on this principle. It's meticulously designed so that you, as a content creator, have one primary comprehensive video that truly showcases your extensive expertise and profound knowledge, and all the other supplementary content such as engaging reels, concise shorts, informative posts on the widely popular Instagram platform, or even detailed updates on Telegram, should all effectively and seamlessly lead back to this main, substantial, and centrally important video where a dedicated person can comfortably spend a significant amount of time, perhaps half an hour or even a full hour, engaging deeply with your valuable content and insights. In other words, it becomes clearer to them who you are, what you do, and how you work. And this significantly influences their decision making, the decision to come to you. So Reels videos now work much less effectively when it comes to warming people up to you as a person, as a doctor. A reel is just one touch point with a person. That's it. A person needs to spend more time with you. That is, basically, they need to watch like hundreds of stories with you to really understand who you are and what you're about. But people aren't going to watch hundreds of stories with you. It's easier for them, if they're genuinely interested in you, to watch one long video where you talk about your clinic and share your story. Because it's always important to us what kind of person they are. That is, what kind of person we're going to trust to treat our teeth. Especially if we're talking about some kind of major work. So it's not just about treating a cavity, but if we want to seriously take care of our health, our smile, our teeth, our aesthetics, it's important for us to know a bit more about the person we're going to and entrusting with the most valuable thing we have, our health. That's it. It's definitely harder to do that through a reel. So a reel should be seen as just one point of contact, a small introduction. And then if you've managed to catch someone's interest with this, you immediately give them the opportunity to interact with you in more detail, right? That is, for example, to watch your video salesperson, as it's called in the marketing language of today, for about an hour. So the main video is like a film where you explain why people should come specifically to you, where you simply tell your story that you are such and such a doctor, this is your clinic with this kind of equipment, and so on. That's it. The option to record a podcast is included in the comprehensive mentorship, the full mentoring program that involves personal work over the course of 3 months. That's it. If you want to see case studies from students who have gone through all of this, you can write to me on my Telegram channel. I'll leave a link below this video. Type the word, either the word blog if you want to join the course, the dentist's blog, or the doctor's personal brand. Type the word book if you'd like to receive the book, or type the word mentorship, and I'll send you the student case studies. I'll send you the list of everyone who has taken personal training with me. You can write to any of these people or to me. Right now, I'm trying my best to organize all these case studies, but I just never seem to have enough time for it. So I simply send you the list of students. You can write to any of them. I'm absolutely confident that they will reply to you, and moreover, I'm actually interested myself to find out if there was anything, if something wasn't right. I mean, I always work on criticism. I'm working on my reputation. I'm in the field of dentistry for the long haul. So it's very important to me. Well, overall, I have some degree of public presence, and that's why, of course, it's important for me to maintain my reputation. And that's why I always sincerely dedicate myself to personal work, really, in any of my products. So you can easily write to any of my students, and I am absolutely sure that they were completely satisfied with our collaboration with me and the results we achieved together. That's it. There are even a few students who have come back again. That's it. By the way, I think that's also one of the indicators that everyone is happy with everything. So that's what concerns the products. I think right now is the perfect time to get started. It's spring, a new season. You know, spring is always, that feeling of anticipation for something new, a new season, some kind of activity. There's more sunshine and more energy to do things. And overall, what's great about starting your blog in the warmer season is that you'll have many more opportunities to create content, because you can do things like photo shoots outside. In general, it's easier for you to film than when you're wearing a hat, a coat, all wrapped up in a scarf. Of course, that's not the best time for shooting content, so it's just more difficult. But the seasons of spring and summer are truly the kind of periods when everything around you seems to genuinely encourage you to grow and to create compelling and engaging content. Because after all, running a blog is inseparable from shooting video content, photo content, and so on. So that's basically what I wanted to share in this video. And for those who find this information relevant or interesting, I invite you all to join my course. There's so much interesting content ahead waiting for you on the channel. I'm just thinking about what to tell you next. Well, maybe I won't say anything at all. You'll see everything soon enough. If anyone noticed, I've pretty much been off Instagram for almost a month now. It just happened that a lot of work piled up, and then I kind of lost the thread a bit, of regularly posting content. So I took a little break because it's also really important when you're working on your blog. So what's the difference between running a blog and dentistry? With dentistry, you do some kind of procedure and you immediately see the result, right? So you do something and you immediately see what you've done. By the way, that's actually one of the great things about being a dentist. You get to see the results of your work right away. Of course, some results require long-term observation, but some you can see right here and now. With blogging, it's a bit different. You can do a lot, put in a lot of work, and it might take a long time to grow and develop. It might take off in a month, 6 months, a year, or it might never take off at all. That's the significant challenge, and psychologically, it's incredibly important not to fall into emotional burnout. So it's important to maintain balance here. In other words, don't throw yourself completely into content creation and blogging. Don't set your expectations too high, right? Because the algorithms are constantly changing, so you always need to be ready for changes. What worked a year ago, 2 years ago, and today, there are certain changes. In dentistry, in this regard, there is a certain foundation that has remained for many years. Of course, there are some minor changes, right? But there is a core, a kind of foundation that you study back in university. Exactly. With blogging, everything changes drastically. There is almost, I don't know, every month because they introduce some restrictions or the type of content changes. For example, the social network itself might start focusing more on short videos instead of long ones, or on stories, and then later they might shift the focus to live streams, or later to reels. So it's very important here to sense these trends and be ready for changes. And in general, sometimes it's important to take breaks from running your social media or to find the right balance so you don't burn out. This is really important because I know doctors who get all set to start a blog, and once they do, they dive in completely and forget about their profession. And then for a month, they work really actively thinking, damn, we expected that as soon as we showed up in stories, we'd immediately get requests, calls to the clinic, patients booking appointments, everyone signing up for total packages costing over 3 million. But it doesn't quite work that way. So here, in general, this particular kind of online life, despite appearing so incredibly simple and straightforward on the surface, before you actually dive deeply into it, it often seems like content creators and bloggers don't really do much at all, right? It's a common misconception. Like, what's there to it? You just shoot some videos and it all looks so easy and effortless. But in reality, it's a very difficult profession. If you want to do it at a high level, do it properly, and actually make your content useful, right? That means you need a certain level of structure, a certain discipline, and overall a lot of different skills. You need to have and constantly develop many skills. That's why we talk about this both in the course and in personal coaching as well. So I always try to find the right approach for the doctor because their main profession is being a doctor, right? That's working with patients. And the blog shouldn't take up too much time, but it should be effective. And it's really important not to overheat, not to burn out, right? So it's very important to receive information in measured doses because there's so much information out there now. There are tons of apps out there that are supposed to help you run your blog. And it's really easy to get lost and confused in all of that. And there are so many trends that keep changing. You look at all of it and think, wow, what am I supposed to do, right? There's just so much going on. That's when FOMO kicks in, right? That is, it's like the fear of missing out. Social media really amplifies this nowadays. It makes you feel like, damn, I'm not keeping up with anything. Like, everyone else is so successful, but nothing's working out for me. Here, it's really important to find the right person who can tell you how to move forward gradually in a healthy way with a calm vibe, without stress, because being a dentist is already a pretty stressful job as it is, since you're working with people. Overall, it's a very challenging profession with lots of nuances, lots of details, and so on. And if you add self-study and learning how to run a blog on top of that, it can really it can seriously increase your stress level. But that's if you do it the wrong way. If you approach everything in harmony and take the right, sustainable steps with your blog, steps that will only strengthen your expertise, increase the number of patients coming to see you, and attract exactly the target audience you need as a dental professional. On the contrary, everything will fall into place for you, your work at the clinic will become calmer, and running your blog will feel much more relaxed, I would say. That's it. So I think that's everything I wanted to say in this video. Write your comments below, ask any questions you have about blogging. Really, ask any question at all, and I'll make video responses for you. Thank you for watching, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss new videos. Wishing you all successful practice and an easy time running your dental blogs. That's all, bye-bye.